trying to figure this out. I figure this is a decent format because we're on the drive, right? We're doing the normal. We're doing the Carversations. We haven't done one in a minute, but I feel like it's a good topic because it's something that I don't know. I've said a couple times that I think hyperbole, guesswork, and grand assumptions at this point are more detrimental than they are productive. And I worry that, well, I mean, let's just be honest, that Twitter is not the best place for reliable news a lot of times. It's good to share information, yes, but I think there's a lot of bullshit and people just trying to boost their numbers. I'm gonna get a coffee. Hold on a second. Give me a second.
Thank you for choosing Scooters. Can we get you started with the warm Carversations coffee today?
No, thank you.
What can I get started for you?
Can I just get a medium dark roast with a little half and half?
Of course. Any sugar?
No.
Okay. What else can we grab you?
I kind of want that everything bagel with the spicy sausage, egg, and Gouda.
I'm sorry. What was that?
The everything bagel sandwich.
Yeah, of course. An everything bagel sandwich and a medium. And you said dark roast coffee?
Please.
With a little bit of cream?
Yep.
Okay. Any other items for you?
That's it.
Okay, we'll see you at the window.
All right. Sorry, we need our morning fix. We need our morning fix, everybody. See, we got some peeps in here. Make sure you hit the like button. Good, how are you? Thanks. Right on. Thanks.
Have a great day.
You as well. All right. So where's Joe Biden? I think everyone wants to know at this point. Where is the president? Where's the commander-in-chief? Tall, black, and strong, my granddaddy says. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like with my coffee, it's just like a little half and half. Like it should be brown. It should be like my coffee should be like it's like Derek Jeter. Like that's what my coffee should look like. And for those like Gen Zers who don't know who Derek Jeter is. Yeah, I want Kamala coffee, please. I think it's only fitting. If we're trying to find Joe, maybe we'll find him at the bottom of this cup. Yeah, so I think, I tweeted yesterday about, people being too hyperbolic. I see tweets from people that, large influencers, and I use influencers in the way like they have a big audience on Twitter, on X. They have a big audience on Twitter, and people, their tweets are seen by millions of people, and they get retweeted and comments, and everyone's like, yeah. So the tweet was in regards to people talking about the assassination attempt on Trump, and how that was, it's part of the deep state. It was an inside job, and it was meant to start a civil war. And I don't, nobody knows that for sure, and I think you can speculate on that a lot. I think there's a lot of stuff that is very fishy. We're seeing huge inept ineptitude on the part of the Secret Service, whether that's because of DEI or leadership or whatever. And again, I think it speaks to even this current administration's inability to appoint the right people, again, for whatever reason it might be. Like you're doing nobody any good by with a giant platform saying this is the reason why this happened. And even similarly, people who are saying Joe Biden's been dead for a week, again, not something that's productive. Like, sure, I guess maybe it's fun to speculate that on some wild thought process, but the fact is I don't know, it kind of comes back to we just need to be good people at the end of the day. And I want Joe to finish out his term. I want him to stay healthy for as long as he can, and then I want him to leave politics for good. He has served his time. Now, where this conversation really started in my head was thinking, where is Joe Biden and where has he been cognitively? Why aren't people being truthful about it? That is something that really gets to me. Because if there truly is something wrong, why not just let the American people know about it and then let Kamala do her job? She was his vice president. We're coming down to the wire. You know, why not be truthful about it? I don't know. Yeah, that might, but again, that starts reaching into places that, you know, that does start reaching into places that we'll never get answers on that. And this is what's crazy, is that all of a sudden, this between Trump and Biden has become a JFK conspiracy. Like, had Trump been taken out with that shot, had he not turned his head at the exact moment that he should have, or that he did, we'd all be sitting here wondering, how many shooters are there? Why was it done? Who was it done? Why wasn't there someone covering that spot? But luckily that didn't happen. So now they're forced to give up some sort of like answer. Right? Oh my God, it's crazy to me that we're in this spot. But now you have documents. No, I know they're not giving it. I was watching the hearings yesterday I probably watched for about a half an hour. I didn't watch the whole things, but I probably watched for about a half an hour, and yeah, but none of those, that's another problem. Those hearings do nothing. There's no point in those hearings anymore. When was the last time you got any answer from those public hearings? Just look at even some that weren't as big. Everyone gives these roundabout answers. It's all about plausible deniability. You know, like it's sick that like they even bother doing it anymore. Because again, we watch these hearings and then we draw our own conclusions, and we're still left with no answers and that Secret Service director will just remain in power. She's not going to step down. Let's take bets on it. You know, I would bet my life she does not step down. And they talked about it. They said you should be stepping down. There was an assassination attempt that nearly went through. Like literally took his ear out. Why haven't you stepped down? But we're not going to get answers on this stuff. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's not good. That's not good. Maybe I won't eat in the truck. Right. I still think a lot of it is just serious. I just think the Biden administration has been. Oh, she's officially resigning? Is it official? Wow. Or wait, are you? No, I don't know if she is. But if she's smart, she would. As of right now, there's no trust in the Secret Service. There's no trust in the Secret Service. They did what they could. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions surrounding that whole thing. Again, now there's a lot of questions surrounding where Biden is. And the question of why haven't we heard? Because even if they're trying to protect their own power, you could still say, oh, he had a really bad fall due to like advanced dementia. Well, I guess they couldn't say that, because then it would be them hiding the fact he has dementia. But at the very least, you could say he had a really bad fall, and this is where we're at. Because he has been in the public eye enough where you could say, oh, we didn't think anything was wrong, and doctors gave him the all clear. I don't know. I do know that, oh, they just, okay. I think that's smart on her part. I mean, the little bit that I watched of her hearing yesterday, she was just getting lambasted, man. She looked silly. And it's, and rightfully so. And something that's working against her and the agency in general was the fact that they weren't giving any sort of they weren't giving any answers. They were asked to give a report on it all. She didn't give a report. And to go back to what we were saying about Biden, I do understand that the more questions you ask and the more they reveal about what's going on with him, the worse it looks. Because if they reveal that he fell because dementia, or if he's failing mentally, that doesn't just happen overnight. So it's obvious that they covered that up when everyone knew what was going on. And if you haven't seen, I'm sure anyone who's here probably has seen, there has been delegation of his presidential power to other department heads, right? So I off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you exactly what it was. I was planning on doing a more in-depth look at it at some point this week, because there is, I don't know if I've ever seen something like this in my life, where not even by a video conference call, but by just a document shared on social media saying, with the power that I have, I delegate this to person A, person B, and person C. And it, I think what's going on is threefold. They wanted it to see if they could get delegates, support, and importantly, the war chest. Yeah. It's, yeah, Secretary of Treasury and Secretary of State. That's who it was. So he delegates power to them to basically rule in his stead. But again, that's that became a big concern when I saw that at midnight last night. When I saw that document being passed around, I thought, holy shit, this is something that all of a sudden is a huge concern. And I didn't really want to pay attention. I didn't really want to pay attention to the theories of him being really ill or in the hospital or, you know, or like almost dead. Like that, again, guys, like, I can't say enough. Like, I don't think that hyperbole and like quote unquote dangerous rhetoric is the answer right now. It's not the answer. Most of us, we should be level-headed. We should be smart about the information we're passing around, the theories that we're passing around. Like, it's the responsibility, I think, of people with giant audiences like this, because this is the kind of thing that can ignite people into hysterics. And I don't, you know, the last thing you need is people hysterical, because this is where people will start to really, they will start looking in ways that we don't need them to look. But I do think that if it does come out that they've been lying to us about his condition for the past few years, that you will see a lot of people turn from the Democrat Party, or at least for this election, they will, you know, the more moderate centrist Democrats will turn and be like, no, Trump's going to be the answer here. And then maybe this is the Democrats' last, like, this is them holding on, like white knuckling their party right now. And it's a concern, because these are like this is where I want rational people on the left to step up and be like, wow, yeah, there's some shit going on. Like, there's some stuff going on. Like, it would be amazing to me if any of those motherfuckers from TikTok, those TikTok simps, if they were like, if they came out like Harry, like fucking Sisson or something, but he came out and was like, you know, this is a concern. You know, as much as I want to endorse Kamala, whatever, like, you know, this administration seems to be passing some stuff off, and I don't know what. I mean, obviously, you're not going to get that, but maybe. What's up, Leon? But I just. Why do you want the opinions of TikTok? No. It would be interesting to see some of those people who have extreme opinions and who are likely like paid to step back and say, oh yeah, he changed fast. I don't care what they think necessarily, but it would be a breath of fresh air for people to start thinking by themselves. What up, John Connors? Yeah, they're probably, yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing, is like they have huge influence over young people. So it'd be interesting to see them step back and be like, hey, you know, I know. No, it might be. I care what they think to the extent of I want some rationale to start coming out, because even if you're not into politics, like this is a very, I think, fishy thing that's happening. I think even a normal person could smell a little bullshit at this point. Like, you should be asking, where is he? Why hasn't he like sat down and publicly said something? You know, like what's up, Andy? I really want to eat this sandwich, but the fucking cheese on it is all gooey and it gets in my mustache. That's not bad. TikTok's like any other app. It's all tailored to what you watch. Facebook boomer. Sometimes Facebook can be even worse. Sometimes. TikTok's definitely worse though. Having some self-control on TikTok is really difficult. But if you can manage it, TikTok's like, I think it's fine. For adults. Oh, really? Sometimes you just need a shitty breakfast sandwich. I mean, that's just it. But yeah, I don't know. I know that he's not. I am fairly certain that man is not conducting any sort of business on behalf of the American people. I mean, to me, all signs point to that. Just the mere fact that he like a public address of what's going on would put a lot of people's mind at ease, or just allow us to understand like what's going on. And it appears like it almost looks like Kamala almost spilled the beans yesterday with Joe being on a call with her. When he go, oh, you're on the record, oh, you're on the call. Like, whoa. I don't know. It's just, no matter what you do, no matter any of this political stuff and like how you lean, it's so difficult to like draw a conclusion, because so much of this political shit, as much as being watched constantly, you're always battling like AI generated stuff. Is this stuff even real? Was this clipped out of context? I saw it. Cheadle's out. I saw it. The best thing that could have happened out of that, and I think the only thing, was that she would step down. And I think it's the best thing to do because it shows a little self-awareness. Was she forced out? Probably, maybe. But she needed to get out of there. If she had stayed, that would have looked even worse. But the damage is done. The trust in the Secret Service at this point is not good. The trust in the Secret Service right now is at an all-time low. And again, it's unfortunate, but it absolutely speaks to the Biden administration's complete and utter ineptitude in putting the right people in place. This totally speaks, it largely speaks to, I think, DEI placements in government. You got to put the right people in place. And this particular thing, to be fair, could have just been a bad hire. We all hire people who look qualified, but at the end of the day, they're just not qualified. Like they can't perform. Their resume looks good. They've had years of experience somewhere, but they're not fit to run. They can't make the right calls when they're supposed to. That happens, for sure. That totally happens. But, yeah, I'm worried that we haven't seen the worst in this. Oh yeah, there's a lot of answers, but it was a good first move. I just hope that I hope that it doesn't get too bad, but it seems like it might get a little bit worse before it gets better. I don't think people can sit there and say like, oh, I saw this coming, I saw an attempt on Trump's life coming, and I think people I don't think anyone really thought that's where we're going. I think I think people occasionally have fun in speculating like, oh, the left is crazy, they're going to do something, but I don't, or even the right. I mean, the right's totally capable of it too. But this is a crazy place to be. To be in a place where there was an attempt on former president's life during a campaign rally is crazy to me. And he is the definitive candidate for the GOP. Not even it was some fringe person. No, this was the guy for the right. Problem now is, where is Biden to appoint a new head to Secret Service? Is there? Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah. It's a worrisome times. We're in a very different time than I think a lot of us thought, and I don't want to think, extra zero. I don't want to think that was the Hail Mary play, right? I think again, I don't want to think that they, as in deep state, as an inside job, was what we were seeing happening. I don't want to think that, and I don't think anyone should be thinking that. And I think even when large influencers with millions of people behind them, when they're saying to their followers, this is what it was to incite civil war. Now we really have that kind of shit. I don't find comforting at all. If it is the case and we do find that out, that's another thing. But until then, we do have to kind of sit back a little bit and let's get the evidence on this. Let's get a little bit more information. Because again, the unfortunate part is we are 100% in a time where we're in the same JFK scenario. People are going to be talking about this forever. Oh, to change the narrative on warp speed. Oh, okay. Sorry, I probably missed some context there. Sorry, zero. But yeah, I think that, I kind of lost my train of thought there. But yeah, what I was saying, we're basically in a new round of JFK conspiracies. No one's ever gotten definitive answers on that. People have made movies, written books, and speculated about the JFK assassination for years. And now, even though it hasn't gone through, even though nothing was successful as far as Trump goes, people are still going to be talking about that, and you're still not going to get answers about it. You're never going to get. I mean, at least in my theory is you're not going to find out who was actually behind that. Or they'll go with this. Yeah, we killed the guy. He's right there on the roof. Started this year with the Jewish tunnel. Yeah. Hey, everyone's trying to get out. They were onto something. I don't know. I don't even know what the answer is a lot of times. You know, this all to me comes back to as well, like a lot of this is really concerning, but I do feel like the antidote to it is having some higher purpose and cause in your life. And I know that sounds like a cop-out like take right now because oh my God, like we're living in unprecedented times. But the fact is like a lot of this might not even affect us. I mean, I don't know. That's not even the right way to look at it. I think people should be concerned about what's happening. There should be genuine concern about what's happening. Especially with, like, again, the overall question of where is Biden? Where is he? Where's Joe? Where's Sleepy Joe? Is he sleeping? Is he just on vacation? Seems like a weird time to take a vacation. Like, hey, dude, I know you said that you're not running. Okay, we're back. Back? Waiting for the sequel. Where's Obama? But I will say, and if I'm going to get down with a little, if I'm going to get down with a little conspiracy theory myself, or if I'm going to, speculate on my own, a lot of us, for a long time, people discuss the fact that, oh, look at him parading around with all these celebrities all the time, all these leftists. He's always bringing Obama with him. He can never just go somewhere by himself. And people said, like, hey, why can't he just go somewhere and do a rally by himself? Why is he always tagging around with Obama and Jimmy Kimmel and fucking Whoopi Goldberg and whoever else? I mean, one is they know that these people have influence over others, and that, oh, hey, look, Jimmy Kimmel's being invited to the White House. Like, he must be really good and really smart. Like, that's how a lot of people think. But I think a lot of us there might even be people that are on the right who are, like, genuinely concerned for this man's health, who are like, why are you doing this to this guy? Oh, right, exactly. Like, dude, and I said earlier, I am genuinely concerned. Like, I want Joe to make it out of this presidency, retire on a beach, and enjoy the rest of the time he has with his family. The dude is old. He doesn't look young at all. He looks like a completely different person than he did 4 years ago. Completely different person. And the one thing that you learn as a kid growing up is how much the presidency ages you. Everybody talks about it. Like, you learn in school, and like your high school and your middle school politics. Look at Bush when he took office. Look at him when he was done. Look at Clinton. Look at all these people. They totally changed physically and mentally. But instead, they're like, nah, he'll be fine. We got him. And again, if you want to get all conspiracy, you could say, well, it's because his handlers have been taking care of everything, not even him. If you really want to get down to it, people can say that. But I don't want to go that route. I think it's fun. Don't get me wrong. It would be fun. Maybe starting an entire political conspiracy theory channel would be a good venture. Maybe it'll be the Brahma and Shag show, and we'll just talk about political conspiracy theories. Even though Brahma will be like, no, this is actually what's happening. Love you, Brahma. My man. I just... Like any rational person, I want the truth. I want to know what's going on, for better or for worse. maybe this is the time. Maybe this is the time that the Democrats have to take a big L and restructure. I don't even know, quite honestly, I don't even know if this would hurt them at this point. I think people are so twisted. I think their mind is so twisted by that party that they would follow them lockstep. Even if they said tomorrow, oh yeah, he's had dementia this whole time, and he took a nasty fall and he probably won't live out the week. If they came out today and said that, I don't think anyone in the Democrat Party, like I think a lot of people in the Democrat Party would still continue to move with them and trust what they say, unfortunately. I think the damage to those people has been done, unfortunately. A lot of those people, I don't know, I know a lot of leftists who are, I don't even know if they're redeemable at this point. I'll just say, like, I don't know if it would take a lot for them to turn away, and I don't know if the lie of Biden being sick this whole time would be enough to change them, which is unfortunate. Like that's a big deal, you know, hiding that for so long. It's one thing to, like, at the beginning, like, oh, you know, memory's fading a little bit, probably might not be the best. That's one thing. But this likely, you know, he likely should have been, you know, removed from power a long time ago, if not just not even made to run. And the wild thing is now you have him endorsing Kamala, who was ousted like Tulsi did better than her. Tulsi Gabbard was more favored than Kamala in this whole thing. She ripped her to shreds. But they'll never endorse Gabbard. They'll never endorse Tulsi. She's the enemy of the Democrats at this point. Honestly, if you ask any person, any Democrat at this point, they would say that she's a Republican. Maybe they're right. Maybe she's just like, F you guys. I'm sick of this. I saw a clip of Montel Williams on some red carpet event, and he had Kamala on his arm. I had no idea that was a thing. That was pretty funny to see. I don't know, man. I like I said, I hope for the best when it comes to him, but where is Joe Biden is the question. Where is he? Why hasn't he given us a statement like himself? It's scary. It is a little scary. I'll admit it. It is a little scary, I will admit. I just want Grandpa to go take more naps and let things be handled by more capable people. Yeah, no, I think that's totally fair. People also rarely talked about the stints in Biden's brain. He's got stints in his brain? Holy shit. Rama said, it is concerning that the shadow government is running things right now, and the left doesn't acknowledge it and it's celebrating it. Well, that's a leap, Rama. Like, I don't necessarily disagree with you at this point, because I think we're seeing that in real time. But you'll never convince the left that that's what's happening, ever. And that's what I mean. Like, they've been so twisted into thinking that they are just the party of good. They are going to save everybody. I've heard a lot recently. Democrats are the party of we, and the Republicans are the party of me, and they make that a bad thing. They don't know how to contextualize what's being said, right? So I don't think that, even if, that's what I said, like, even if you showed them, look, they've been lying to you from the jump. He has not been well since he was made the candidate to run against Trump. He has not been able to effectively do his job, and it's only gone downhill from there. You could watch it. There has to be a compilation somewhere of Biden's speeches, like, over the past 4 years, and how much it's declined over that time. There's got to be like a 12-hour compilation of things that you can watch of him just fucking Chewbacca. That's seriously what he reminds me of now, because it's like I don't even understand this guy. What's he even saying? And that's sad. It's sad. It's sad that it comes down to, hey, this guy can't even hold his own and makes us look stupid. He can't even hold his own and he makes us look weak and stupid. Like, that shouldn't be the reason. That shouldn't be the reason we are where we are. But we look weak to the world, and no one will admit it. Where the fuck is this? I think it's right here. I think. Yeah. It is too bad. And I hope the left wakes up to what's going on. I have seen some of my friends like take shots at Biden, which is cool, you know. But now they're on the Kamala train heavy. You know, like, hey man, I'm sorry to say, but it looks to me like she's still part of the problem. Yeah, he couldn't. It was pretty rough to watch that. Oh no, where am I going? Is that closed? Okay, here we go. Anyways, guys, I gotta head out. I'll probably be doing a stream a bit later. Trying to give my wife a break. But thank you guys for watching. I really am. It's come to the point now where we just got to ask questions and I think be rational about it. But I do appreciate everyone showing up and watching today. It has been a really fun discussion. Y'all be good, and I'll hit you guys up later. Check out Discord. Make sure you join the Discord if you're not there. Things are looking good. We did some watch party last night. We're gonna be doing more. Thanks, guys.